Episode 9. This is it. The shores of gold. We made it to the end, guys. Whether you're watching this video because you're stuck, or you're just along for the ride because you want to see what happens, this is going to prove to be a very helpful video for a lot of people. Now, you activate this quest at Morrow's Peak, out in the Devil's Roar, and you want to talk to Grace outside the tavern.
Here's the Shroud Breaker,
And she will give you the fully restored Shroud Breaker that you're going to attach to your ship. Now, the island is located at Y3, Yankee 3. And you want to set sail and head north from that outpost. And you can see the Shroud Breaker there attached to the wheel on the boat. And that Shroud Breaker will prevent your boat from taking damage when you sail into the red. Now from here on out, all the way down to where I park, when we get there, you want to do the same. And I will explain why. Now there's the island, we're coming up on it. And you want to swing around the right side. You could go around the left side as well, but don't just pull up there and park. We're getting closer, we're getting closer. You want to swing all the way around to the back side of the island. This is important. If there's one step you listen to, it's that one. Now we're getting around the back, and you see those statues. When you see those pillars sticking up that I just spyglassed, that's your cue to cut it left. And you see how if you were coming from around the other side of the island, you could miss this cut based on the way that one rock there is on my right. So that's why I say swing around to the right when you are approaching the island. But you want to pull in this cut. And there's a page later in the mission book that you'll see in your booklet as to why we are parking here. Now this quest is based around acquiring 4 medallions. And those 4 medallions, by the way, that's where you're parked. That is where you are parked in case you need to reference that. But the 4 medallions give you a 5th medallion. And then your booklet will show you a picture telling you to shoot on top of one of these statues that we parked next to. And this is what I believe to be the best or most ideal location to launch yourself on top of those tiki statues to the right. Now I got it first try, because I'm a legend. But only one player on the team is going to have to do this. Realistically, you're supposed to do this later in the quest. It doesn't really matter when you do it, but whoever does get up there hits that lever and it allows the whole team to go in there. But put this on the back burner for now. You do not have to do this right when you get there. I'm just showing you that step right now. You could do it right when you get there. You could do it after you do these 4 steps right here. Now I just showed you on the map where the shark vault is. And you have a map in your booklet of where these all are at. Now this first puzzle, it's showing you 4 symbols, 4 symbols, 4 symbols. We are in the southern vault right now, which is the shark vault. Now, the third pillar, there's 4 pillars there. The third one is cracked. You could see it there. It's cracked. The other ones aren't cracked. So when you activate the puzzle, even though there's 4 items in that left circle on my booklet, you're only going to be using 3 of them. As you spin these, if you see a symbol that is in that left circle, leave the block how it is. Kraken, arrow, who knows? Who knows? That one flew by a little too fast. We're on the second one. Sea Queen. Now we're on the middle circle. There was a Sea Queen there. No warrior. There's a boat. There's a boat in our middle circle. I leave it. Now there's a bird or a snake left. If I see a bird or a snake on this last one, we're good. Snake. Put it in. Last puzzle. It's the right circle in my booklet. Scarab, turtle. Nope, there was a turtle. There's a scarab. And a kraken. There we go. I know that was really fast, but basically one of the symbols is irrelevant. You just want to get them all in there. Now you take the medallion into the throne room, or whatever we're going to call this, the compass room, the medallion room. Now I will show you how to get to this room in a minute. I'll show you the exact route so everybody knows how to actually get to the room. But if you park just like I did, the room is to the left of your boat, but it is kind of confusing to make it here. There's no way to cheese and get in here with a medallion. You could launch yourself with a cannon, but you can't launch a player carrying a medallion out of a cannon, so you're going to have to learn how to walk to that medallion room. Now we're on to the next puzzle. The warrior. Now this vault is based around the Gold Hoarder's key. I'll explain. This one's easy to screw up, but you'll figure it out. So you want to make the 4 blocks look like the Gold Hoarder's key. Now you're going to eventually see that we screw up the first block. We think it's a diamond because it is a diamond, but it's supposed to be the solid diamond. So I'm putting the first tooth of the key there. This is a big diamond for the beginning of the key. But what we should have done on that first block is have the solid diamond, which you'll see in a second. So we try it. We don't. We're trying to figure out, okay, where'd we screw up? Where'd we screw up? There's the solid diamond. He's going to eventually get back to that. I hit the button. Just draw the Gold Hoarder's key. And you're good to go. So we got 2 medallions done. I believe this is where I'm going to show you the route. So if you already know how to get to the medallions room, this is kind of a long journey. Might be a minute long, but that waterfall right there is a big, is a solid landmark to start with when you start heading up this ramp. And there is one other landmark that you can use so you know you're on the right path. We'll get there in a second. Okay, see this ivy or these vines? When you see that ivy right there, you know you're going the right way. As you come out this opening, you can see our boat to the left. You're gonna have to cross this Indiana Jones bridge. And this is the only way to get to this area as far as I know. I mean, you're only gonna have to do this 4 times, once for each medallion. At this fork in the road, I believe you can go either way. I always go right. If you run around long enough over here, you'll find it. Try not to get frustrated. This island is huge. And we just ran under a mast with a sail, a white sail hanging off of it. That's how you know you're in the right place. And I had already dropped off 1 medallion. I wanted my teammate to know how to get to the vault. It's good to try and... You want everybody on in your crew to know their way around this place. So now we're on to the next vault. Now this vault. Look at these 4 circles on the map. They have dots underneath them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These signify the code for the room. There's 4 statues in this room. Now this puzzle does give you unlimited tries. There's no wipe mechanic on it or no drowning mechanic, but if you go to these locations, you will find 1 piece of the puzzle. I head to the northern location. Takes me to this circular ruined area. And once I'm here, and remember, this is just to find out 1 symbol. 1 symbol to solve that puzzle. Now, I walked through the gate, I pulled that lever, and this broken door opened. Now what that is telling me is, from the door that I came in at, which is at the bottom of the circle, the 3rd pressure plate. So there's the door, 1, 2, 3. The 3rd pressure plate is a flame. So, going back to that puzzle we were at, that is going to be the 4th code. Now, Jammer went to the number 2. He tried to find the number 2 landmark on that little pool of water. Told him it was a shark. So now we have 2 of the 4 solutions. Here's another one. Step on that. That pops up down there. And this happens to be the 3rd solution for that puzzle. Now, since there's only 4 pillars for this puzzle, realistically, you could find 2 of them, come in here, and only know what 2 of them are, and through trial and error, there's only 16 possibilities if you find out 50%. We happen to find out what 4, 2, and 3 were, so we were guessing on what number 1 would be. We didn't bother going and finding out what the first answer was, because we knew it was only going to be 1 of 4 options. I hope that makes sense. So now we're on to the final vault room for the 4th medallion. And the Kraken vault. Now this one, the spikes go in a circular motion. So you don't have very much time to make adjustments. You could, at best, rotate a block 3 times. Now, what you want to do in this vault is, there is a symbol that appears on all 4 blocks. There will only be 1 symbol that is on every single block. In our case, it was snake. There was 4 snakes. And you're going to have to do this twice. So after there was 4 snakes, Jammer did find out a nice little thing. If you see what Jammer does after this, he gets back there. From back there, he can adjust the 2 blocks next to him safely. So, not a bad idea to have a teammate go over there. But basically, there's 4 families. Everybody call that family. for our second puzzle. Our first one had 4 snakes available. Second one had 4 families. So we get our 4th medallion. Depending on your crew size, we just held on to the one before that so we could go turn them both in together afterwards, so we didn't have to wait. Because we wanted everybody to be there for every puzzle. Now when you put the 4th medallion in, you will find the Gold Hoarders coin. Now we go back to what I talked about earlier, when I launched myself over to the top of that statue that we're walking in right now. That's the door that I opened for the rest of the team with that cannon shot, so that we are able to come down here. You put the Gold Hoarder's coin in that placeholder. You gotta be careful on your way down here. And this is when the real fun begins. Now, I gotta say something here. It's a couple things. When you get, I mean, this goes back to the beginning too. The best thing you can do is stick together as a team during those early parts of the vaults. When people start running around all over the island and you got people saying, hey, come, oh, I found something, come look at this. And you guys are a mile apart and you can't find each other. People start getting frustrated. It's best to just choose somebody who is going to be, I mean, literally run around together. Run around together. Don't get separated, because then there's just no way to guide somebody to you. The island is bigger than you can imagine. So that is my advice, is stick together. And in parts like this, with these spikes, or this next part you're about to see, if you make it through and your teammates die, just wait. Don't run ahead, especially if it's somebody's first time going through the mission. You know, you want them to enjoy it as much as you, and just cheer your teammate on and root for them to make it, because it's funner doing all this stuff together as a team. That might sound ridiculous or absurd to some people, but I'm telling you, if you were the guy dying, if you were dying in this part, and your teammates just ran ahead and they're fighting the final boss while you're doing this, there's no way you can tell me that you would in any way enjoy that. So if it's not you, just wait. Tip of the century. Be a good friend. So, yeah, I'm running through all this. Good luck here. Now, if you do die anywhere in this underground area, there are checkpoints. So if you die, you're not going to have to go through everything you just did. So this next phase has a lot of skeleton fights and traps where sometimes you're gonna have to cover a teammate while they open a door. You know, protect some teammates. Like, these skeletons will keep respawning, I believe, or at least in some of these rooms down here they will. So depending on your crew size, have somebody kill skeletons while the other people raise the anchor. I mean, I don't even think Booch was sprinting there. I think he was jogging through that thing. I thought it was over for him. Either way, here's one of those rooms where I'm saying you should have some people fight while others raise the anchor. And all these traps will one hit kills. So now in this room, those wooden boards on the ground. Any wooden board, see there's a lever right there. I just looked at it. There is a lever right behind that scaffold, and there is a lever right there. You're gonna need to pull all three of those, not at the same time, but you're gonna need to pull all three to get the door, the exit door to open. Without, well, if you trigger a trap, it's fine, but it could kill you, so it's best to just avoid stepping on any of the wooden planks on the floor. And we're almost there. One final anchor to raise, and we are at the final boss. The moment we've all been waiting for. There he is, the Gold Hoarder himself. He's sitting in my chair, which is just crazy. So, you know, you gotta make a statement. Let him know, hey, you're in my chair. Kill him. I wish I wouldn't have done a sword lunge there because we didn't get to see the explosion very well. My bad, guys, my bad. But just like that, he's dead. Don't expect him to die as fast as he did in the video. Because he won't. He just won't.
Now this is what I like to see. A grand adventure, a fight to the death, and a great big pile of treasure. You'll have quite the tall tale to tell once you make it home. The trouble with
Don't
being
leave
a
yet.
pirate lord is that everybody
There's
tries
more,
to
guys.
follow in your footsteps.
That's not even the feels I was talking about.
The crew of the Morning Star. Why? I ask.
I gotta say something though. You guys,
This sea of thieves is
you've been really pouring it on lately with the support and saying all kinds of nice things, and
standing here.
you guys are absolute legends, you know that?
Riches to
In fact,
plunder, and monsters
anybody
to
who
kill
plays
without
this
them
damn
anyone
game is a
able to
legend.
seek them out.
I feel like
Gold Hoarder, I doubt we've
when this game came out, there was part of the gaming community that wasn't a fan, and I feel like all those people missed the point. And the people who play this game, they get it. When you're sailing from point A to point B in this game, it's no different than if you and a friend were on a boat together. What do you do when you're sailing from point A to point B? You talk to each other about whatever. About life, anything, it doesn't matter. Tell jokes, pass the time. This game is just as much about the social aspect. It has the peaceful aspect of just being in the open ocean. And then out of nowhere, the war. And you never know when any of it's gonna happen. Imagine you were sailing on a boat and you and your friend got attacked. You're in the middle of screwing around, telling jokes, talking, and then somebody comes and attacks you. What do? You stop talking, you prepare for war. And the way this game plays out is just, it's a masterpiece. This game is a masterpiece, and anybody who plays this game, they know that. People call soccer or football in Europe the beautiful game. Well, when it comes to video games, this is the beautiful game. And I don't get insulted by the people who say negative stuff about this game. They're the ones that missed out. We'll just keep it our little secret. No, I gotta give a couple shout outs. I want to thank Bowman. I want to thank Chris and Helen and Vin and Prox, Booch, Jammer, Yuji, Dungari, Barney, Tongsu, NapTap, Slippy Lippy, Shellington, Dubs, can't forget Dubs, the legend. Wretch, Smeeg, Hello World, what a legend. I don't have a list right here, so I gotta be missing some people. RareThief.com. They provided the map at the beginning of the video. Check them out. It's a good website for Sea of Thieves stuff. And they have an app, a downloadable app that I heard about. Tell you where anything you need to know is in the game. This video is not sponsored by them, but they gave me permission to use the map, so check out their website. It's actually, they got way more information than I'll ever have for you guys. But you guys still gotta watch the videos. Shout out to Moose, PJ, Reggie, I think that's it for now. But you guys are legends. Thank you so much for everything. You can sell that skull that you got for, I think, 10,000 gold. And I need to get to work on that strategy video that I promised you guys. So I'm gonna go do that. And like I said, thanks again. I appreciate everything you guys say and do. It's unbelievable. It's overwhelming. I'll see you in the next one. Jeez, I forgot some really important people. Sammy, Walliam, Doom Villain, aka TJ. The real legends.